The Last Letter. In a quiet town nestled between hills, there lived a man named Thomas, a quiet man whose life was rooted in routine. Every morning, he walked the same path to his small bookstore, greeted the same faces, and lived within the walls of his own thoughts. But Thomas carried a secret, a regret that had haunted him for years. Years ago, before the world changed, he had fallen in love with a woman named Lily. They had spent years together, dreaming of the future until one fateful day when life led them down separate roads. She left and he stayed behind, hoping that one day she would return. But time passed, and that day never came. Thomas had one last thing to give her, one final letter, a letter he never sent. Every year, on the anniversary of her departure, he would sit in his bookstore and write the words, only to fold it away in a drawer, too afraid to send it. What if she's moved on? He'd ask himself. What if it's too late? One day, as Thomas sorted through the letters in his drawer, he came across the one he had written just the night before. The words still felt raw and real, as if they were written for the first time. And for the first time, something inside him shifted. He took the letter and walked to the post office. He didn't hesitate. He just dropped it in the mailbox. The next day, as he opened the bookstore, a woman walked in. Her face was familiar, but it had changed. Time had touched her, just as it had touched him. She smiled, a quiet recognition in her eyes. "Thomas," she said softly, "I think I've been waiting for this letter." It wasn't the letter he thought he had written, but the one that had lived in his heart all those years. It wasn't too late.